Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace Counseling, and I put together a lot of creative ways to use Angry Birds in play therapy. So, I've got a very soft spot in my heart for Angry Birds. And so, I have put together a lot of different resources and I've drawn from a lot of other people's resources. So, I hope you like this post. And I just wanted to make it like a simple little place to compile all the ideas so that whenever I need Angry Bird stuff, I can just go to it, put these ideas to use in my therapy practice. So, this Don't Be an Angry Bird free printable book, you can find it at, it's by the homeschool teacher. You can find it at her blog. But this thing is fantastic. So I have printed this thing out and I've been using it for years. And so it's super simple. It's free. I copy it on both sides and make the little book for the kids to put inside their coping skill toolboxes. So my kids that have just issues with anger, if they're old enough to be able to read this and go through it, so I'd say second grade and up, second grade through middle school, I like to use this workbook for them. So they're able to kind of figure out what are my triggers, what are my go-to coping skills, who are people who can help me, what are things I need to do with my body. Lots of good stuff in this little workbook. Can't beat free. So then there's this Angry Birds pom pom craft, and I think it is super cute. Like there is no end to the amount of Angry Birds and pigs and all sorts of stuff you can make. I thought it was a brilliant idea and super cheap. And I have all of the stuff for this craft in my office. So this is an easy go-to craft that you could do with your kiddos. So here is one about how to make your own Angry Birds magnet set. So I have a metal cabinet in my office and I haven't done this yet, but I think that this would be really cute. Kind of like, how kids play with the little ABC magnets on the refrigerator, kind of the same concept, but making them Angry Birds. So here is a really clever idea for a beanbag toss. So like if you guys ever have to set up a booth at like a little carnival or fair kind of thing, a Halloween one, how cute would this be? I just thought it was brilliant. It's so cute. Kids would love it. This one is so cute. So it's Angry Birds bowling and pig pin pop. So yeah, you make your own little bowling set out of, little 2 liter bottles and a ball. So here is the Angry Birds knock on wood game that I use in my counseling room. And this might be one of next to Candyland. This one's probably my most used game. Kids love this game. So they get to set up the blocks and create towers. And so there's three different sets of cards. Well, there's lots of different sets of cards in there. So there's different levels. So the number one level are like the really easy ones to set up. And then number two is kind of medium difficulty. And three is the hardest ones. And then it has a little sling and three different Angry Birds that you can launch. And what I love to do with this is the pigs are negative self-talk and the Angry Birds are the truth bombs. And so I'll have like the little pig and I'll say, this pig says that you're ugly. Is that true? And whether they say yes or no, it doesn't matter. I'll say, oh, well, the Angry Bird says that you are handsome or you are beautiful. And so the Angry Bird flies and it hits the pig. And then we say, oh, he blew up the pig. That negative thought went away. And so I explain to kids that sometimes they'll have those thoughts pop in their head and they have to learn how to silence those. So we got to speak truth bombs to them. So that's how I kind of work my cognitive behavioral magic into my counseling world. But anyway, I have a link on there that takes you to a lot more. I've got several blog posts and I have the Angry Birds Truth Bomb game that I made so that this is a free download. So you can play the same concepts, and it has some questions built in on the cards. So it's just a little card game that you build out your towers and then you get to play your pigs and your Angry Birds on it to save your tower. So then there's this Angry Bird finger puppet template. I thought, how fun is that? So you can make little finger puppets out of the Angry Birds. And felt is so cheap. I like to go to Hobby Lobby and pick up a bunch of them, 25 cents a little sheet. You can't beat it. So you can decorate Twister. into Angry Birds and pigs. I mean, that is so fun. It's just another way to take it to the next level. Angry Birds masks, they are so cute. So those are brilliant. Lots of crafts. And then, and with these masks, you can put it on and then you can role play with the kids and act things out. And so it's like human puppets instead of doing puppetry. I mean, oh, so fun. So fun. They have Angry Birds Lego kits. And oh, I need to fix that link. So that one was going to be about putting together an Angry Bird stress ball, but I'll have to get that link fixed for you guys. And then I've got some movie clips that I found online. So these are really insightful, like good lessons that you could do, short little clips that you could work into your counseling. Another broken link. I'm going to fix them. So anyway, there are lots of Angry Bird ideas. And if you have new ones, drop a comment or send me a link or something. And I'm happy to add things to this list as well if you have some exciting ones. But Angry Birds are so great for counseling. And so I love being able to use them. And as you can see down here, I have links for lots of different creative ways to use puppets in therapy, brain education, flannel boards, all sorts of stuff. So if you need some creative ideas for counseling, I've got lots of resources for you. So I hope you enjoyed this blog post and be sure to check it out. I'm going to put a link below, but you'll find it at pathwaystopeacecounseling.com.